On our top stories tonight, victims of armed banditry and suspected terrorist attacks in Kaduna State recount harrowing experiences. President Bola Tinubu formally swears in Muktaha Dama as new Minister of Housing and Urban Development. And outside Nigeria, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth gives updates on the war with Iran. Hello and thanks for joining us on News Blitz on Silverbird Television. I am Botidem Ikot. Victims of armed banditry and suspected terrorist attacks in Maraban, Kajuru, Doka and Idon communities of Kaduna State have recounted harrowing experiences in the hands of their abductors as attacks and threats on lives, faith and livelihoods persist. In a cross interview with our correspondent Micah Jaja, survivors described their abductions as traumatic.
These accounts reflect the grim realities on the ground, where terror groups continue to wreak havoc across parts of Kaduna State. Disregarding age or gender, many residents are now internally displaced, relying heavily on humanitarian assistance from organizations such as Equipping the Persecuted. Recounting their ordeals, displaced persons scattered across vulnerable communities say they remain too afraid to return home due to ongoing attacks and inadequate security presence.
They break the door when my pikin sleep. I nearly go to carry him for the bed when they sleep. Now the fire is too much for me.
We kidnapped around 11 o'clock. We were walking in the lake over 24 hours and we entered there on the kidnap them on the 27th. Before I reached there on the 28th, around 4 o'clock p.m. Before I enter, I'm going to enter there and sit up. Before 1 minute, for come beat us. We said, how much you will pay for your life? Somebody said we will pay 50 million.
They caught me in the bush, and I did not even know. They just came, and I was even checking farm things, so I did not know. They now come and catch me. They tie chains to my hand, all together with my leg, and they are not even giving us food there. That's how they tie chains, all with my leg. And all those times, they have been beating us.
Survivors also allege targeted persecution, claiming they are issued ultimatums to renounce their faith or face severe consequence.
I give them the ransom, 800,000, and I buy something. I buy rice, I buy maize, I buy red oil, I buy granite oil, I buy beans, I buy glue, 100,000. I buy this kind of thing where they used to take tramol. So from there, they leave my son and I took my son to the hospital. So that is the reason why. And the Fulani people are telling me, say that I should come and meet our village head so that you should come and call them to talk with them and they should be settled. And we should be a Muslim. And that is the thing where I don't like it in this Nigeria.
They are now calling on governments and security agencies to intensify operations, ensure the protection of civilians, and expand humanitarian support as the crisis continues to deepen. Micah Jaja, Silverbird News, Kaduna.
And now joining us on the news to give an update on the security situation in Kaduna State is a public affairs analyst who resides in Kaduna State, Danjuma Bello-Saki. Hello, Danjuma. Thank you so much for joining us on News Blitz.
Hello. Good evening, my dear sister.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for joining us. Kindly give us an update concerning the security situations in Kaduna State at the moment.
To tell you categorically, without mincing words, that the residents and indigents of Kaduna State are in a big situation where they are helpless in terms of insecurity in Kaduna State. It has become so widespread and is gradually eating deep into various communities, most especially in the rural areas. But the Kaduna State, I can tell you categorically, that is highly insecure. Kaduna State has become a playground of kidnappers, bandits, and all whatnot. You find out that they don't even come to attack at night. They come in the daytime, sometimes as early as 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They come, operate for hours, 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours, without any support or assistance from any security agency or anybody. They'll do whatever they want to do. And they don't normally these days kill like 2 or 3 people. They kill people in large numbers. They kidnap people in large numbers. You hear them kidnap 30 people, 100 people. Even when they kidnap a small number is when they kidnap like 8, 10. But in most cases, they kidnap in tens and sometimes in hundreds.
Danchuma, what, in your view, what would you say are some of the main causes of these insecurity in the state?
The main causes is poor governance, the refusal of government at different levels to live to the occasion, for government to ensure that they secure the people. Those who are holding position of authority in trust for the people to act in accordance to the oath they swore to protect lives and properties of their citizens and to ensure that they fund adequately the security system and security apparatus to ensure that this thing is nipped in the bud. So generally, it's the failure of governance. That is why gradually the security, the bandits, the terrorists become emboldened day by day. That when they take up this space and they realize that nothing happens, tomorrow they will take up another place. Just like what happened.
Governor Ubasani has been rebuking all of this. If you say bad governance, Governor Ubasani has been rebuking all of this insecurity issues happening and has made numerous promises towards tackling the insecurity in the state. So what then is your view of his efforts so far?
As far as I'm concerned, the governor of Kaduna State, Ubasani, is a showman. Is he can't just believe in the media. He will just come and say whatever will please you, the media, to report, whatever will please the public, and that's all. He doesn't take any serious action. He doesn't even care whether what is going on stops or not. All he cares is to see that his government keeps going the way he wants it. He's not somebody I take serious. He hardly interacts with people, even his aides, his commissioners, and the security agency. He doesn't even interact with them as he should. He's always in a hurry, chasing what a lot of us don't even know what he's chasing or what's going after him and what have you. So it's not somebody that you can take whatever he says with a pinch of salt. So I want to assure you that whatever he says or whatever he's just doing it for the media sake, not really for any result or tangible result, or he's taking any deep action. This is the same man, if you remember, when people were kidnapped in Kurminwali some months back, and he got that security report that those people were kidnapped. Instead of him to take an action to see that they need that they go after them and rescue the victims, he kept denying, and they even made the chairman of the local government, that's the local government, to deny publicly that those 160-something people were kidnapped.
Mr. Bello.
Not
Mr. Bello, if I just heard you right, you've called the governor a showman who is not even available in the state. So if it's bad governance and the governor is not available, what then can be done to bring an end to the pestering insecurity in Kaduna State?
Yeah, because the governor is the chief security officer of the state, and he's the one who the box falls on his table. And the governor must be proactive and must ensure he engineer and direct all the security apparatus for them to work effectively for us to see results. But because he doesn't care, he doesn't bother, he's a city boy, so he doesn't even care or knows what happened in these rural areas. So he cares less. So there's no how anything will work. Even for him to be given concrete security report, he's not always there. For him to release money for those security agents to take appropriate action, he's not always there. To even get approvals in government and what have you has become so difficult and what have you. We have a Ministry of Internal Security. Today, everybody can tell you, even you in the media, that ministry is no more as effective as it used to be, and is not even keeping to its responsibility.
All right. Danjuma Bello Saki, thank you so much for sharing your views with us. And as the conversation continues, we would like to reach out to you again sometime in the future to share your views. Thank you for joining us on News Blitz.
Thank you very much.